And we are back for game 2 of this doubleheader between the LincolnLand College Loggers and the Parkland Cobras. You just tuning in, Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. Parkland ended up winning the first game 8-0. And Lincoln starts off game 2 with a bang, a base hit to left field for Destiny Loeb, the freshman from Indianapolis. She got walked a couple times and she singled in game 1, and now she'll start game 2 where she left off. Parkland has Carly Yegler pitching game 2 of this doubleheader. Number 16, Amelia Telgler. She did not play game 1, though she is playing game 2. She's up to bat right now. Fouled off the first pitch. Count is 0-1. Keep hearing a squeaking sound. I think it's the bleachers. Like I guess every time I.
Something back here. It's up here.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, Mom, it's you. It's you.
One down.
One away.
It's you.
Well, the squeaking sound's not going to postpone a softball game.
I thought it was up there. No, it's definitely Tara.
That brings in Allie Dolnick with one out, runner at first for Lincoln. First pitch, ball 1.
Well, he thought it was the bleachers. I thought it was the fence. Yeah, it's you. Oh, you can hear it on the live stream. Oh my! Cannot even hear it, Lord.
Because when I was driving around.
1 ball, 1 strike
It would be my mom. I didn't notice it the first game either.
to number 21, Allie Dolnick. She's got a 1-2 count. Dolnick, as we said in game 1, is from Westfield, Illinois. Fouled off at the backstop.
There's times I'll pick you up like, when he's like, "Come down," I'm like, well, I'm like, yeah.
Lexi Griffin going back for it. Starting catcher again here in game 2. Tori Thomas, a backup catcher, starting the game at third base. And another strikeout for Carly Yergler. Back-to-back strikeouts after the single from Destiny Loeb, and that brings in number 24, Sage Carr from Toledo. No, not Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Illinois. Went to high school in Cumberland. Was a Cumberland Pirate. That is in the right field. That is a foul ball. Runners going back to first base. Down is 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 strikeouts so far after the base hit. And from the way this at bat is going, Carly may have herself another one. 1-2. There it is. Strikeout number 3. Nothing for Lincoln in the top of the first. Cobras coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning here in Parkland College. On the mound today for Lincoln is Kaylee Yost. Kaylee Yost and I went to the same high school, went to Maroa Forsyth. Kaylee, she is originally from Clinton. Transferred over to Maroa halfway through her sophomore year. Me and her, we had a couple classes together. We had a PE class our senior year. We had a softball unit in PE, Kaylee Yost, one day she was pitching. I was up to bat. She struck me out in 3 pitches.
There you go.
There's a reason why she's playing college softball and why we moved over to the booth. There's a base hit for Mia Rudder. Let's start things off here in the bottom of the first inning. Parkland looking to extend their winning streak. They now have 44 wins in a row after the 8-0 win in Game 1 of this doubleheader. We'll look to extend it to 45. That's got to be like a record or something. Longest win streak in college softball history. Alicia Frederick up next. We'll look at try and get Reuter home. After the single, she bunts, avoids the double play. They get the out at first. Rudder moves over to second. So that brings in Lizzie Stiverson. We were saying her name wrong the whole time. We were saying Sturvson. Nope, it's Stiverson.
Let's go, Lizzie.
That's one thing about broadcasting. It's you don't want to get the names wrong. Fouled off, counts 0-1. Going back to Kaylee Yost, who's doing the pitching today for Lincoln. As I said before, went to high school with her. She was a really good pitcher in high school. Got to watch her a bunch during her time at Morella. And now we get to watch her again in college. And not to mention Tori Thomas, who's the third baseman for Parkland. She went to high school with her. And then Peyton Roberts, who's on the bench for Parkland. All 4 of us went to the same high school. So what turned out to be just an ordinary softball game for anybody else, for me, Kaylee, Tori, and Peyton, it's a high school reunion. Stiverson works a 3-1 count. Runner at third, 1 out. And I guess technically for Lizzie and Addie Wallace too, since me and those two went to Monticello together freshman year. There's a 1-out walk. And Parkland has the runners of the corners. And here's the cleanup hitter, Carly Yeagler, doing the pitching today for Parkland in Game 2. She had a big game with the bat in Game 1. Look to continue that here in Game 2, and Stiverson's caught in the middle of a pickle. And she tricked her. A run scores. It's 1-0 Parkland. Lizzie, oh man. Our first softball game and somebody was caught in a pickle.
Good job, Lizzie! Did your job.
It's a win-win situation for both teams. Lincoln gets the out, Parkland gets the run. It worked out both ways. The 2 outs now. Eagler back in the batter's box, hits one in the gap in right center field. She's racing for 2. Held up at second with a 2-out double. And that brings in Alexi Griffin. Lexi Griffin from Edwardsville High School. She catches. She also plays third base, but today she's wearing the catcher's gear. And Tori Thomas, who also catches, is suiting up at third base today. Count is 0-1. from Kaylee Yost. That is fouled off. And the first baseman for Lincoln makes the catch for out number 3. Lincoln gives up a run. We head to the second. Cobras lead 1-0. It's Haley Willen leading things off for Lincoln here in the top of the second. Score is 1-0 Cobras. Willen hits a foul ball right to number 13, Alicia Frederick. Count is 0-1. Lincoln hoping to bounce back, try and get something going offensively. They were shut out in game 1. Luckily, though, for them, it's still early here in game 2. Still plenty of softball left to play. That means there's plenty more calls for me to make with here in the booth. Well, it's not really a booth. We're sitting right behind the backstop. Cameraman's trying not to get killed. The umpire's trying not to get killed either. One bad call, and I'm sure these coaches are going to be up his rear end. That is hit to short. Stiverson makes him the play at first. One away. Miranda File is up next for Lincoln here in the top of the second. Seems like whatever the lineup or popped up. Foul off. Seems like, as we said before, whatever lineup that Christy Paulson and Dan Paulson put out, it works pretty good. Parkland, they're hot. 44-game winning streak, like we said before. After their win in game 1, they look to extend the win streak here in game number 2. Miranda File is gone on strikes. Another strikeout victim for Carly Yeagler. And that brings in number 10, Hannah Myers, utility player from Steelville, Illinois. Count is 0-1. 2 quick outs so far here in the second. That is fouled off. And it's the trees. Luckily no squirrel or no birds were injured or killed during the accident. Yesterday we came home from school after a busy day of classes here at Parkland. There was I don't know if I'm allowed to tell this story or not, but there was a dead squirrel on the road outside of my grandparents' house, and me and my grandparents we were looking at sitting outside, and there was this lady with a truck who came by, fouled off again. Count is 2-2 to Hannah Myers. As we were saying earlier, there was a lady with a truck. She got out, she took a picture of the dead squirrel, and then she just ran away. And she drove off. It's like, what are you doing, lady? What are you doing? Getting back to the game here, Hannah Myers has a full count with 2 outs. Then eventually my grandpa just took a shovel and buried the dead squirrel. Nice play by Addie Wallace to end the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Cobras. Kaylee Yost back on the mound. She'll face her former high school teammate, Tori Thomas. Tori Thomas, when she's not playing softball, she's one heck of a photographer. If you follow her on Instagram, she has her personal one, and then she has one for her pictures that she takes. She had a lot of really good senior pictures during her time at Maroa. But when she's not taking pictures, when she's not in photography, she's making a living playing softball. Down is 1-1 from Kaylee Yost. Very interesting at bat, seeing two high school teammates at it, and now they get to face each other in college. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the 2-2 to Tori Thomas. She's starting the game here at third base in game one, and strikes out looking one away. So that brings in Katie Hendricks, somebody that Kaylee Yost faced a lot. Kaylee, of course, going to Maroa. Katie Hendricks, meanwhile, she went to south of Macon, while Kaylee was north of Macon. Kaylee, of course, spending time in Clinton and then Maroa. Katie Hendricks, meanwhile, went to Meridian. Go Hawks. Meridian, they have a very nice high school gym. For basketball, they have a nice little baseball field. And I'm sure they have a nice softball field, too. There's a base hit for the former Meridian Hawk. Off the bat of the former Maroa Forsyth Trojan, Kaylee Yost. That brings in number 9, Kaylin Wilson. She, too, is a Trojan. Though she's not a Maroa Forsyth Trojan, she is from Charleston. The Charleston Trojans. That's a much bigger school compared to Maroa and Meridian. Charleston, not a bad place to live from what I've heard. Maybe after Kaylin Wilson's done here at Parkland, maybe she could transfer over to Eastern Illinois. Stay in the Charleston area. And then again, the choice is hers. She can do whatever she wants. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at first, 1 out. 1-0 Parkland is the score. Another foul ball. Count is 2-2. The Parkland dugouts turned into a cheer section. Again, it's 2-2 to Wilson. Now, I've only been to a couple Parkland softball games, and both times I've come here, the dugout seems to get pretty rowdy. Back another strikeout for Kaylee Yost. And that brings in Katie Clark. Runner at first, 2 outs for the Cobras. First pitch. Umpire called strike 1. It's a windy day here in Champaign, Illinois. A little chilly too. How about that last week? And it was in the 60s. We had a day in the 70s. We had a day get into the 80s. 60s, 70s, and 80s. How about that for great weather? And then today it kind of cooled off a little bit, and now we're dealing with 55 degrees. I'll take 55-degree weather. But, man, hopefully we get the nice 60, 70-degree weather back eventually. And still make a day out of 50-degree weather. I'm not complaining. It's windy and a little chilly. Everyone's got jackets on. Some people in the outfield, they got some lawn chairs and blankets. There's somebody out in left center field. Looks like they're dressed up like an Eskimo. I did. It's not that cold out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's in the left center. Catch is made for out number 3. We played 2 full here at Parkland College. Score is 1-0 Cobras. It's the top of the 3rd inning here at Parkland College. Game 2 of a doubleheader between Lincoln and Parkland. Line caught by Stuyvesant for out number 1. Andy Brown was up to bat. 1 pitch. And a line out to the shortstop. Nice play by Stuyvesant. She's always been pretty good with the glove. I'd say so after watching her over the years and when she went to Monticello in high school. Now we get to watch her here at Parkland. Carla Yeagler, she's got to feel pretty pleased about that at bat. That was almost a base hit. Stuyvesant wasn't there. Emmy Renfro has a 2-0 count. That is 2-1. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Ball 3, 3-0. Thank you for the save there, Mr. Cameraman. And a 4-pitch walk with 1 out. That brings in Destiny Loeb, a center fielder from Indianapolis. Runner at first, 1 out. Fouled off. And that's going to go into the trees. So there's a pond right behind where we're sitting, in the tree, behind the trees and everything. Eventually, one of these foul balls are going to hit the water. And donate some softball equipment to our pond critters here at Parkland. The fishies and ducks, they can play softball. Next time you're out fishing in Champaign near Parkland, you'll see the fishies and the ducks are playing a lovely battle of softball. Count is 1-2 to Loeb. Runner at first, 1 out. Might go for a double play. Thomas with a diving stop at 3rd. They get the out at 2nd. Loeb easily safe at 1st. She has reached first base. Almost every at bat she's had. She walked a couple times in game 1. She had a single in her last at bat in game 1, and then in game 2, she led off the game with a single. Reaches first again on a force out made by Tori Thomas at 3rd, getting the out at 2nd. Amelia Telger up to bat again, 0-2 count, 2 outs. If you're just tuning in, Josh Wright getting the call. Jack Humphrey, he's the other guy who calls these games. He has the night off. Struck him out, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 Cobras. It's the bottom of inning number 3 here at Parkland College. So we learned in game 1, the reason why that game ended so quickly after 5 innings was that there's a mercy rule. Hard hit back to the pitcher, 1 away. So apparently there's a mercy a rule where it's like after 5 innings, if a team scores more than 8 runs, then the game's over. Well, if that's the case, if you're a Parkland fan, you most likely want some more runs here in game 2. That means we can go home sooner. A little blooper in the right field, a base hit for Alicia Frederick, the former Arthur, Lovington, Atwood, Hammond Knight, however. And that brings in the former Monticello Sage, Lizzie Stuyvesant. First pitch to Lizzie is up high, ball 1. How about that? My first day getting the call for a softball game, and I get to watch one of my former high school classmates pitch for the opposing team. Throw down to second, and the runner's gone, trying to steal second. Alicia Frederick tried to have a stolen base there, and then the catcher from Lincoln said, "No way, Jose. Adios, see you later. You ain't stealing on me. No siree." 1-2 from Yost. That about got away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From Kaylee Yost to Lizzie Stuyvesant. That is way outside, ball 3. Seems like the final out, or out number 3, is always the toughest one to get. 3-2. That is smoked into left center. Back is Loeb. No one can make the catch. Stuyvesant's going to second. She's got a 2-out double. And here's Carly Yeagler. She's doing great with the pitching side of things. She's been doing great with the hitting side of things. She'll come up with 2 outs following the double from Lizzie Stuyvesant. First pitch is outside, ball 1. As you're just tuning in, as I was saying earlier, Josh Wright getting the call. Usually doing the Friday games here at Parkland. We do some of the baseball games. Today we're doing a softball game. The other guy, Jack Humphrey, he's got the day off. I'm not too sure if he's been able to do a game yet. Both my we were supposed to start earlier this month, and both my games, baseball games so far, got postponed. But luckily we were able to do a game here today, even though it rained a little bit last night. There are a few towns that had a tornado watch, and I guess there were a few towns like Maroa and Clinton, they didn't have power. Carly Yeagler working a walk with 2 outs. But yeah, I guess there are a few people that didn't have power yesterday because of a tornado watch. They had only stormed for like a couple hours too. Lexi Griffin, line to second, catch is made. We played 3 full here in Parkland. Cobras lead 1-0. Top of the 4th inning. here at Parkland College. LincolnLand Loggers, Parkland College Cobras. It's a pretty good matchup so far. Good pitching matchup so far here in Game 2. Both teams have been getting a few hits. Parkland scored a run in the first. Other than that, both teams have been very hacky in this game with runners in scoring position. Allie Dolnick has a count even up at 1-1. Hoping to try and hit one over the fence and possibly score the first run of the afternoon for Lincoln. That'd save Kaylee Yost some trouble. She'll be like, here, give me the bat. I want to swing. One ball, or 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kind of like Shohei Ohtani sometimes. You know, when he was with the Angels, like he'd pitch sometimes and offense was dead. There's a strikeout for Carly Yeagler. Trying to get that name right. One out here, Sage Carr. As I was saying earlier, I can't imagine what Shohei Ohtani or any pitchers feels like. They're dealing, pitching a gem, and their offense does nothing for them. Well, luckily for Ohtani, he's able to do both. Like, offense doesn't do anything here. Give me the bat. Boom, hits one and boom, home run. Well, unfortunately, he won't be able to pitch much this year due to him having Tommy John, but we will be able to see him hit a lot with the Dodgers. What a contract, too. $700 million, and he's only seeing like $2 million of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sage Carr. 2 balls, 2 strikes. $700 million to play Major League Baseball for the Dodgers. There's another strikeout. And then for you Cardinal fans out there, Bill DeWitt III, I believe had a pitch to the city of St. Louis to try and have some like renovations to Busch Stadium and like near the ballpark village and everything. And the budget would have been like $600 million. Now, I don't know if any Cardinal fans would want to do that, considering that the off season that they've had. There's a foul off. Hit the backstop. Haley Willen 0 for 2, or 0-2 count. I about said she's 0 for 2. Well, probably 0 for 1. Got the Parkland College baseball team is back. What's up, fellas? Doing pretty good. How about you? Hopefully we get to call one of their games soon. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Next thing you know, I'll get an autograph from the whole team. 1-2. That is fouled off again. But going back to Bill DeWitt III and the Busch Stadium renovations or anything, I'm not really too sure what he would, change to the ballpark. I mean, one of the best in baseball, and it's not even 20 years old yet. That's up high, ball 2. I don't know, my cameraman's a Cardinal fan. Maybe I'll ask him after the at-bat. But $600 million? That's back to the pitcher. And we go to the home half of the 4th. 1 run was scored in Game 2, and it was scored by the Cobras. Kaylee Yost back on the mound here in the home half of inning number 4. She's only surrendered 1 run That was when Lizzie Stuyvesant was caught into a pickle in between first and second. The run scored, and that was the only run so far in this game. Game two, or the first game, however, that saw a lot of offense. On the Parkland side of things, that was an 8-0 win after 5 innings. Kaylee Yost with an 0-2 count. She's got to be feeling somewhat comfortable there on the mound. However, the umpire will not let the at-bat end here with Tori Thomas up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tori Thomas struck out her last time up against her former high school teammate. That's a base hit in her right field. She strikes out once, she gets a base hit twice. A leadoff single for the Cobras here in the 4th. And that brings in Katie Hendricks. And they may signal a bunt from what it seems like. Yep. There's a bunt. Popped up. Behind home plate, foul ball, strike 1. Oh, 1 count to Hendricks. It's fouled off again. And it counts 0-2. And she may bunt again with 0-2. Nope. Instead, she'll pop up. We'll have to retrieve the ball, ask her for an autograph. Miss Hendricks, can you sign my softball that you fouled off? We should do that with the baseball team, too, when we start calling their games. We have a few baseball players in the seats. And the bleachers right next to ours. 1-2, and Hendricks works the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is a pie ball 3. Katie Hendricks turned an 0-2 count into a full count. Tried to bunt a couple times. It did not work out. She may bunt again. Nope, just kidding. She'll work a walk. That'll put runners at first and second for Parkland. And up to bat, the left fielder, number 9, Kaylin Wilson. From Charleston, Illinois. As we were saying in her first at bat, maybe after she's done here at Parkland, she could transfer to Eastern Illinois. That's a bunt back to Yost. Wild throw. And the score is Thomas. They may bring in another run. And it's 3-0 Cobras. 2-run score on the wild throw to first base by Kaylee Yost. Even though she's given up 3 runs, I mean, it's not like she's getting demolished out there. Again, the first run in the first, that was in a jam that Lizzie Stuyvesant was in. They're going to bunt again. Throw to first. This time it's in time.
Good bunt. Way to move her.
And finally, Kaylee Yost gets the first out here in the 4th. After giving up a single, a walk, and surrendered 2 runs on a wild throw to first. Wild throw to first, and like I said before, Stuyvesant in the first was caught in a pickle. between first and second. So, like we were saying earlier, it's not like Kaylee Yost is really getting demolished out there on the mound.
That's be hard.
Yeah, she's giving up a few hits. That's a couple walks every now and then, but that's really about it. Count is 2-0 to the Parkland leadoff hitter, Mia Rudder. It's pronounced one of those two ways.
Okay.
Count is 2 balls and 1 strike.
Careful here. Let's go.
Here's the pitch to Reuter with a runner at third. 1 out. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 2 of a doubleheader between Parkland and Lincoln. Both games have been pretty solid so far if you're a Parkland College fan. Hard hit to short. A win-win situation. Gets it. Lincoln gets the out. Parkland scores another run. It's 4-0. So that brings in Alicia Frederick. As you can see by her walk-up song, she is a huge Bob Marley fan. However, I don't think Kaylee Yost is a big Bob Marley fan, though, because Frederick was hitting the shoulder. I guess Kaylee and Alicia Frederick, I guess they both have different tastes in music. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Stuyvesant's next. That is fouled off. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs. That is outside, ball 1. Frederickson at first after getting hit by a pitch and the hit on the arm there, or on the shoulder. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. A bit too high. Fouled off again. Maybe Lizzie, maybe she'd be pretty good at golf. Maybe they'd be pretty good at golf. Who knows? Count is 2-2. That is called strike 3. And the inning comes to a close. Kaylee Yost is out of the gym. 4 full here at Parkland. It's 4-0 Cobras. Top of the 5th inning here at Parkland College. Cobras lead 4-0 halfway to 8 runs. They've outscored Lincoln in this doubleheader 12-0. Lincoln and Parkland played each other back in late March. And Parkland beat them again. They outscored them 25-6 in that doubleheader. Miranda File with a 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Miranda File from Williamsville, Illinois. Being from Maroa, I've had a lot of lots of games against Williamsville since they're in the same conference as we are. That goes into left field. Catch is made. 1 out.
1 down. Up to bat, number 10.
Nice play in left field. And that brings in number 10, Hannah Myers, the utility player from Edwardsville. That's hard hit to Wallace at second. 2 outs. She made that look easy.
At the bat, number 15, Andy Brown.
Let's go, Ando.
So 2 outs, that brings in number 13, Andy Brown. She catches, and she plays outfield. Fouled off. Surprisingly, that did not hit the water. It's cold, not really cold, but windy, chilly. There you go, a little chilly, breezy day here in Champaign, Illinois. Good weather for some Parkland softball. A lot of people here, they brought in their jackets. Some of them brought some winter coats, some blankets. And like we said before, there's a lot of people that brought lawn chairs that are sprinkled out in the outfield. You can probably see it on the cameras there. If you can't, then count is 1-2. That's up high, ball 2. A lot of people dressed up like little Eskimos from the other side of the field here, with blankets, coats, lawn chairs, and whatever. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes to Andy Brown. Fouled off. Another 3-2. Fouled off again. That probably did hit the water. I'm sure of it. That bat's still going on. Scores 4-0 Parkland. 2 outs in the 5th. That is a diving play by Stuyvesant. No throw to first. And she's got an infield single for Andy Brown. That brings in number 8, Emmy Renfro. She too's from Meridian. I didn't realize. Is that? So yeah, I played against, well, I didn't play against her, but Kaylee Yost probably played against her, and now they're teammates. Just like Tori Thomas and Katie Hendricks. And Lizzie Stuyvesant, and Addie Wallace, they all got to play against each other. And now they play together. They were once opponents in high school, and now they're teammates in college. Another base hit for the Meridian Hawks alumni, Emmy Renfro. And that brings in Destiny Loeb. She's reached first base in all of her at-bats today, both in Game 1 and in Game 2. They just can't seem to get her out. She steps in the batter's box. Eagler's still going. First pitch. That is a bit outside. Ball 1. And count is 1-0. That is hit to Wallace at second. And Lincoln blows another opportunity to score some runs for Kaylee Yost as she heads back to the mound. Her team's still down 4-0. It's the bottom half of inning number 5, and LincolnLand head coach John Marsaglia is leaving Kaylee Yost on the mound.
We learned that, didn't we, honey? She said the amount of chirping in hockey. I said, oh, God.
To face number 12, Carly Eagler. She was the starting pitcher today for Parkland. She's pitched a pretty solid game.
It's a whole new breed.
Solid game on the mound, solid game with the bat. Solid performance all around. That is a bit outside, ball two.
Let's go, Yerks.
Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. That is taken for ball 3, 3-1. That is smoked in the right, and it goes a bit foul.
Yeah, thank the Cobra baseball team for being here at today's game. How about that?
That works the count full. Yeah, the Parkland College baseball team in the stands today. Enjoying themselves a nice softball game. Counts full from Kaylee Yost. Excuse me. Fly ball to shallow center. Nobody can make the catch. And Yeagler is aboard with a leadoff single. That brings in Lexi Griffin from Annapolis, Illinois. She went to Hudsonville. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. I'm reading the wrong player. That's Izzy Sheets. Sorry.
Second time out. Pinch runner in.
Addie Wallace coming in to pinch run
Number 1.
for Carly.
Wallace.
Lexi Griffin from Glen Carbon. Sorry, her teammate Izzy Sheets is from Hudsonville. Lexi Griffin is from Edwardsville. Glen Carbon, Illinois. Went to high school at Edwardsville. That's off the glove of the LincolnLand shortstop, number 21, Allie Dolinick. And that's going to put runners at first and third for Parkland with nobody out. And here comes the one and only, my good friend, Miss Tori Thomas.
Pinch runner in for the Cobras now. Number 33, Callie Evans.
Tori Thomas coming in. Runners at first and third. First and third. Here's the pitch to Thomas. That is a bit up high, ball 1. Love the little practice swings that she does. It's like a lightsaber. It's unique. Yeah. Tries to bunt.
Good bunt, Tori.
No throw to first. That'll load him up for Parkland. And up to bat, Katie Hendricks. And she might lay down a bunt. Might.
Come on, Katie.
But she doesn't. She don't. Nothing in 1. That is a nice play at first However, the umpire calls a foul, so everyone's going back to their positions. The bases are still loaded. 0-2 count. No outs. And it's a 4-0 Cobra lead. Way outside, ball one.
Come on, Katie.
Kaylee Yost, surprised she's still out there on the mound. I'm surprised that LincolnLand has not made a pitching change yet. That is fouled off. Count is still 1-2. And Hendricks is indeed laying down the bunt. She thought about it. Instead, hard hit to first. They get the play at the plate. 2 outs. And Hendricks will head to first, and Parkland now has the bases loaded with just 1 out. For Kaylin Wilson, the freshman pitcher, utility player from Charleston, settles in the batter's box. And Kaylee Yost will settle in on the mound. I don't really know how she can settle in. She's got the bases loaded. A double play would be very helpful for her.
Kaylin, that's right.
I'm sure of it. Umpire calls strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, 2 umpires on the field today. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one was just a bit outside. But we'll take it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. 1 out. Parkland with a chance to possibly score a run. They're up 4-0. That's a fly ball to right. Catch is made. Runner's going to tag. Throw to the plate is wide. Throw to third. It's wild. They're going to score another run. And it's a 6-0 Parkland lead. Unbelievable. That's a word I feel like announcers use a lot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable game. In a good way. So LincolnLand's Family Feud huddle comes to a close. And here's Katie Clark. Ground ball to short. Throw is wide. Run scores. Clark racing for 2. Got the casual slide in. And it's 7-0. And Mia Reuter comes in with 2 outs. Score is... And pitching coach coming in. Well, I don't know if he's a pitching coach. Coach coming out. And I think Kaylee Yost is D-O-N-E done. Either Kaylee's done or he's having a little talk with the team here. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure if the coach is out on the pitcher's mound, the whole team's there with them, it's usually not a good sign. Usually it's not, but I don't know.
Don't suck here. That's usually what I say to
Unless
my butt.
Probably. Mia Rudder.
Again is Mia Rudder.
Reuter. There you go. Mia Reuter
turn on it.
Come on, Mia.
is up to bat next with 2 outs. Katie Clark, the runner at second, tried to go over third, a hit and run.
First baseline. Come on.
Here's the 0-1. Hard hit back to Yost. Inning over. Parkland scores 3 more runs. They were up 4-0, and now they are up 7-0. And we will return. So Riley Owens will come out to the mound to pitch the 6th inning. Parkland leads 7-0. First pitch to Tori McAdams, pitcher, infielder from Greenfield. Fouls off, count as 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tori's injured out for the year. Amelia is the batter.
Who?
Amelia. Tori McAdams is out for the year injured.
Oh, Amelia.
She has something with
Tell. My apologies, thank
Oh,
you.
no, you're fine. I was just messing with you. She's got to have part of her rib removed, I believe, nerve pressure, so she's just done.
Amelia Tegler, there we go.
She goes, I want to have kids and be able to hold them someday, so
From Chatham. 2-1 count.
they told her that it could potentially turn into permanent nerve damage if she kept
Amelia Tegler and number 21, Allie Dolnick up next.
Problem. She said, I'm done. Not worth it.
Counts full, 3-2.
Yeah.
Sometimes your body's supposed to respond. Good job, Ryan.
Ground ball. Ball away.
go to work anymore.
Right?
So 1 out.
Or try to get up.
Here's Sage.
See, for me, it's like
Sage Carr is now on deck. And Allie Dolnick
21, Allie.
just walking
You like redo something and you're like, yep, that was what I was doing.
well, and it's always stupid, like
is up next.
putting a shoe on.
Yeah, something dumb. Remember when I hurt my back so bad for weeks? I was on the floor clothing socks, like separating them, and I just bent forward and that was it. Something pinched and done. For
I
how
went
long?
to sit down about a year ago, and when I sat down,
Count is 0-1
I'm sitting down.
to Sage Carr.
And then someone goes, "Oh, what'd you do?" I was holding up or sitting down, like something stupid. You're like, I can't even say that. It sounds so dumb.
Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Lincoln's got to get something going.
Down like a bench press, whatever. And
Trailing by 7 runs.
I sit down.
Yep.
Maybe with Riley Owens on the mound, maybe it'll kind of give him a new look. A new look out there on the mound. Who knows? 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. That is hit down the third base line. It'll be a foul ball. Torrey Thomas trying to make a play there. Here's a 1-2. That is hit to second. Wallace got him.
Wallace out there. 2 down.
2 outs here in the 6th inning.
And pitcher
And here comes Sage Carve.
Riley Owens at the plate now, number 24.
Surprisingly, her
Carr.
hometown is not Monticello, Illinois. Instead, it is Cumberland. Cumberland High School in Toledo, Illinois. So she was not a Monticello Sage. No, no, no. She was a Cumberland Pirate. As we have touched on before. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a ball, 2-1. Two and one.
Good job, Riley.
Count turns to 2-2. Swing and a miss. And the top of the sixth comes to a close. Score remains 7-0. Cobras. Bottom of the sixth inning here at Parkland College. Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. From Maroa Forsyth High School, Kaylee Yost, also from Maroa Forsyth. She's up there on the mound. I didn't realize it, but her dad's sitting right behind us. Small world.
Well, Ash.
Been past, I take a lot of walks around Maroa, and I think I've been past the Yost house for quite some time. There's a base hit down the left field line. That's trouble. And that is a double for Alicia Frederick.
Come on,
And here comes number 6, Peyton Roberts,
Come on, Peyton.
another former Maroa Forsyth Trojan. Peyton Roberts coming in to pinch hit.
Here you go, Peyton.
Let's go P-Rob. Strike one. Peyton Roberts, a tremendous outfielder in high school. I had to watch her a lot also during her time at Maroa. That is low, ball one. When Peyton was not playing softball, she was a volleyball player. She was an all-stater and an all-conference in volleyball. She was also a trainer on the football team.
It's hard, too. They've already lived away and in apartments for 2 years. That would be really tough.
And me and Peyton, we had a couple different classes together. Our senior year. I'm trying to think if I had any classes with Kaylee. I did have classes with Kaylee. Kaylee, Peyton, and I, we all had a PE together. At the end of the year, we had a softball unit. I can't remember if it was either Kaylee or Peyton, but they were on the mound. I was at the plate, and Peyton struck me out on 3 pitches. I think it was Peyton, but either way, she goes down on strikes. Really nice that she was able to get into the game today.
Pitching now in the lineup at the plate for the Cobras, number 17, Claire Black.
And so that brings in Claire Black, the freshman from Glenwood High School, out of Springfield, Illinois. Glenwood Titans. They have had tremendous athletic programs over there at Glenwood. Kind of have to when you're in the same conference as teams like Rochester and Sacred Heart Griffin. Rochester, they were the defending state champs last year in football, and then Sacred Heart Griffin won the year before. Both tremendous football teams and 2 tremendous athletic programs. Just like the one here at Parkland. Here's the 0-2 to Claire Black. That's fouled off into the trees. I know most people say into the stands, but here our stands are more trees. There are more trees than anything. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just a little up or a little in. Yeah.
Here comes the 1-2.
Down an inch or in an inch.
What do you guys still have left? Yes, yes.
TACC, then I think ICC Thursday, and then they have, I forget who they play sophomore night, and then
Here's a 1-2. That is low. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Again, we still have John Wood again.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was tough the first time.
I think we beat them like 17 and 13.
Yeah, it is tough. I hear the coach is there, though.
Oh, Mia said it was so nice. So nice.
Fouled off. Count is 2-2.
Really? Yeah, I think we have Dak, ICC, John Wood, and then what team did they play for Southampton?
Count is full, 3-2.
It's a summer, right?
Yeah,
Parkland.
in Heartland. We have
She did not throw well against Heartland.
That's ball 4. First and second, 1 out. And that brings in
Now, at the plate, number 16, Reese Sarver.
number 16, Reese Sarver. Catcher out of Unity High School in Tolono. That's not very far from here. Tolono, that's a pretty nice place to live. Lots of things to do in Tolono. You got monocles, I think the original monocles, at Casey's, Dollar General, a car wash.
There's a few of them that I think was like
That hit the backstop. That about hit her. And so Parkland will have the bases loaded.
Up to bat now for the Cobras.
you
Number 57,
yeah.
Tori Thomas.
Let's go, Tori!
Bases loaded, 1 out. And here comes another Maroa Forsyth Trojan, Tori Thomas.
Tori gets the walk-off.
3 Maroa Forsyth Trojans all in this game. How did we do that? It's a high school reunion. Tori Thomas struck out her first at bat, and then she got a single
Go, Tori!
off of Kaylee Yost. I thought originally she was going to go to St. Louis,
She did.
and then did she transfer?
Yep.
Did she not like it there, or?
It just wasn't right fit.
Gotcha. 2 balls, 1 strike to Thomas. Moving from St. Louis to Lincoln.
Put it over the plate, kid.
Count is 3 balls, 1 strike.
Where you had to go like walk around the building to go inside to the bathroom. Oh, which one? For Lincoln. You know what I'm talking about? The baseball game was going on.
Here comes the 3-1.
I thought so. That campus is
Strike 2.
Tori.
Bases loaded. 1 out. Parkland up by 7.
Come on, Tor.
Here's 3-2
You gotta do some work to get back to that
to
softball.
Tori Thomas.
Definitely one pack to get there.
That is fouled off.
Well, it's like you gotta come in and like turn and go around. Like,
Oh,
it's
to
like,
drive.
And the
yeah,
count
Yeah.
remains full, 1 out.
You gotta know to know.
Yeah, it didn't used to be that way. It used to be able to just drive straight
Okay.
in. Ball game.
And that's the ball game. The 8th run came in to score for Parkland,
Run scores, that's the final. With
and that's the ball game.
LincolnLand Community College
Parkland wins the doubleheader. They win it 8-0.
Thank you all for
Now that's going to
coming
be
out.
a wrap it up here at the Ball Diamond. That's going to wrap it up here in Champaign. I'm Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. Final score: Cobras 8, Loggers zip. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Josh Wright signing off. Cobras win 8-0.